What's up guys, and welcome to another episode of Diaries. Finally I'm getting on the DRZ. Thank you Riding with Sam for lending me your bike for about a month. So I've been riding it for at least 3 weeks now and got a good feel about how this bike will feel if I own it. So I decided to borrow Sam's bike because he got into an accident because he tried to wheelie this bike, and I took it and fixed it up a bit for him. Going to do inspection and renew road tax soon. So yeah, try this bike out a little bit. The main reason I wanted to try this bike out was because I'm deciding if I should get this for my girlfriend for her 2A, and I have decided, and I have come up with some thoughts about it if I should get it. So you can actually use this guideline from me, my reviews, to see if you like this bike and if it's suitable for you and your riding style. So first off, when I got on this bike, I realized that it's quite a tall bike. Even I have to tiptoe when I'm trying to flat foot. I mean, when I'm trying to stand on 2 feet. Stand by, this is my friend. Hey! Alright, so first things first, I realized that this bike is quite tall and it's not really for a short rider. I'm 1.73 meters tall, about 1.75, and I have to slightly tiptoe when I'm trying to stand on my both feet. So that's a rough gauge for you if you think you're tall enough for that or not. But I'm pretty sure that you can lower the bike to to suit your height. So that's not much of a problem. Secondly, some people think that it's a heavy bike, and I don't know, man. It's quite tall, and if you drop it, it's hard to get it up on its wheels again. But when riding it, it doesn't feel light at all. I mean, it doesn't feel heavy at all, but instead it feels pretty light, and it's very easy to get it to wheelie if you put too much gas in it on the second gear. I personally wheelied the bike twice when I got off the red light on first gear, so that shows you how much power to weight ratio it has. Third thing, let's talk about the power. I think the power is decent for a street bike. I mean, for street usage, it's definitely not a street bike, it's a sumo. And taking off on the red light or in a small streets, it's pretty good power for street usage. But when it goes to the highway, I think that it's too slow, in my opinion, because the top speed I've actually reached 130, and it's kind of not enough for me because I'm riding an R6 and I usually go about faster than that. I'm not gonna say how much. Yeah, but the sweet spot for this bike is about 100 to 90 kilometers per hour. So it's not very fast, and if you are someone who doesn't like to speed, that's a good choice for you. But if you like top speed, this is definitely not the bike for you, and you might want to try an R3 instead, which can go up to 180. Yep, if you can hear the sound of the bike, 110, it already feels like it already sounds like I'm pushing the bike at 110. So it's definitely not the cruising speed for this bike. And if I go at, let's say 90, yeah, this is gear 5, and I go at 90, it's perfect. 100, it's not too bad, a little bit more straining, but still it does the job. My friend's actually right behind me right now, if you can see him. So for me, I find that top speed is not great for me. I like a bike that can drag their gears and go top speed of at least 150. Yep, so this is definitely a minus point for me. So next thing I'm going to talk about the outlook. I think it looks pretty okay. The design of the DRZ suits a very loud style. You can put whatever decal on you want on it, or whatever design you have in mind, and it will not look like it's a piece of shit, because it has a rather outlandish look, very rugged, outlandish look again, that you can fix any kind of design on it, even anime style, like on race primers, DRZ, or you can do sporty style, you can do camo, chrome, whatever, man. It looks good on it because it has such a very neutral look to it. It doesn't feel like a sport bike, it doesn't look like a modern bike. So you can put anything on it and it suits it well. If you ask me if I like the outlook of this bike, definitely it's a yes, because I can put any design on it and it will look good. And look at this. Alright, so next thing, let's see. Okay, we talk about the gas mileage. For a 2A bike, it's not the best in terms of fuel economy. When I rode my Revo, my Super 4 Revo, it gave me about 28 kilometers per liter. Of course, it's a fuel injected bike, so it's gonna give you better mileage. But for this bike, so far I've been getting 20 to 21 kilometers per liter, so not too bad, but still I think that even a spec 123 Super 4 would give better mileage. So yeah, not the best. So minus point for gas mileage. Of course, this bike has the good and bads like any other bike out there. But here's some summary about how I feel about this bike after 3 weeks of riding it. First off, I like how it looks. I like how rugged or how badass you can look when you ride this bike, because after all it's a supermoto and anyone looks badass on a supermoto. And power wise, I don't really like it because of the low top speed, but the pickup is really great. I've actually won a Super 4 before and I didn't even try because I didn't even know he's trying to drag with me off the red light. Yep. It's a pretty tall bike, but not the worst for me. I can still easily control the bike while while not moving. But of course, you have to get off the bike and push if you want to reverse. Handling, yeah, it's a good bike for handling. It's a bit tall, so you have higher center of gravity. But if you get the right technique to turn the bike, it's actually okay. You won't slide out that easily unless you're riding it like a Rossi. You can't ride this bike like a sports bike because it's totally different ergonomics than the sport bike. Yep, and it's a carburetor bike, so I actually like carburetor bike because I find fuel injection a bit fragile. It gets malfunctioned pretty easily, so yeah, carburetor is always better, man. But of course, better fuel economy on injector and efficiency, power efficiency. One thing I notice when I ride this bike to work every day is that you can easily split lane because all the cars have their mirrors right under the handlebar, so you can pass the cars without any problem, but the problem comes to when you are facing a lorry, you know, those pickup trucks like this, and their mirrors are actually on the same level as the mirrors here, so yeah, you have to dodge it a little bit. And I actually accidentally hit a car's mirror once, a Mercedes, because I was trying to avoid a lorry on my left, and then I tilted to the right, my handlebar went down on the right and hit someone's mirror. Yeah, so that's one thing to take note of. It's a good bike to split lane, but not the best. Of course, my R6 is better at splitting lanes. I mean, I'm going under every car swing mirror. Oh yeah, comfort wise, this bike has a pretty thin seat, and I feel like I'm sitting on my ass bone, so probably for 20 minutes that's fine, but anything longer than that, it's gonna start hurting. So take note of that. If you're going on a long trip, this is probably not going to be very comfortable for you. Alright, I think that's all for my review. Like or dislike and share this video to let your future DRZ friends know what I think about the bike. And I'm going to Motor right now to test out a street triple or maybe a Daytona. So hope you guys stay tuned for that. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe on the roads. Real water fire break!